In my search for a used car on the Facebook Marketplace, I nearly got scammed. And if you want to find out what is going on, keep watching, because I'm pretty tech savvy and I think I've got some common sense, but this nearly got me. And it all happened like this. So in my search for a vehicle, it's been really, really tough trying to find some really good deals at certain times. And when you do find something good by a private seller, they seem to go quick. Well, while I was looking, I would, go in and talk to my clients because, I have a lot of hairdresser clients, and, they seem to hear and know things. And so some of my really good clients, I just let them know, hey, if you know anybody selling a really good car, and I told them I was looking for a private owner, mostly somebody that really kept their car up. A lot of the older clients tend to take their cars to the dealers and keep them up and keep them garaged, and so I was looking for something like that. Well, one day I get a text from one of my clients, and she texted me this post on Facebook, and this wasn't on the Facebook Marketplace, but on her Facebook feed. And this is from one of her friends that she knew. And she told me later that it was a friend that she knew from high school, and that she was posting this ad. I'm going to post pictures of this, and I don't know really if the person's name is really connected to this, was doing something wrong, because, and I'll tell you why in a minute. But this is what I got. And so this was somebody by the name of Amy, and I'm not going to say their last name. Well, you'll see it. It's Amy Bagwell McCree. And like I said, this may not be her, because there's some funny things going on with this whole Facebook thing, and I'll let you know in a second. So it says, we're conducting a sale of personal items due to my uncle's move to a care facility, which requires significant downsizing. To manage this transition smoothly, items are being sold on a first-come, first-served basis. I'll be out of town assisting with his move and won't be back until the 8th of this month. And so this was like near the end of the month, near a weekend, when I saw this. To reserve an item, a deposit is necessary. I've never heard of that before. This ensures that the item is held for you until I return, at which point you can view and decide on the purchase. Deposits are fully refundable if you choose not to proceed after viewing. It's so heartbreaking. My sister-in-law is sick and moving to a care facility, and we need some money for his move. That's why we're trying to get rid of the items. I'm so sad. Please, just interested people should inbox me. Kindly send a DM if you're interested in any of these items. So this is what really got people's attention, is this is how they do it. They listed, you'll see here, they have a 2015 Ford truck, F-150, $5,000. A 2016 Grand Cherokee Jeep, $4,000. A 2017 Subaru Impreza all-wheel drive automatic, $3,500. A 2014 Honda CR-V EXL, $4,500. A 2017 Harley, $7,500, and that was already checked sold. And then more things. I mean, it just keeps going on and on. They had all kinds of other things like Honda bike, tractors, trailers, generators, refrigerators, campers, all kinds of stuff with different pricing. And so this is just a picture of the truck. So let me just tell you, I wasn't really looking for any of these models or any of these vehicles that they had for sale, except for maybe the Honda CR-V and maybe a Subaru, but I wasn't really interested in any of this. But when you're looking at trying to get a vehicle, you kind of like open your mind up, and this seemed like a really good deal. And I told my wife about it, and she says, and I sent her the picture. She says, get it. You put in your deposit. Put in your deposit. And I'm like, I never heard of this before. I never heard of having to put down a deposit. And I text my customer, and she says, I think it's legit. I mean, I knew her from high school, but she really hadn't been in contact with her in quite a while. So I ended up messaging the person. She messaged me back, and she told me about the deposit. So, you know, she wanted me to leave like a 2,000, what was it, 1,500 or $1,000. I think 1,500 for the F-150 and $1,000 for the. My wife wanted to also put a bid in for the Grand Cherokee, the Jeep, and she's been wanting a Jeep, but not that particular type of Jeep. So I said, well, I don't know how to go about doing this, and I'm like, can't I just do it when I see you? And she said, well, I'm going to be out of town, and the people that put in the deposit will actually have their vehicle held, or else you lose your opportunity of securing it because somebody might beat you to it. Well, some part of that just didn't seem right, but you know, my wife was really pushing me, and you know, at that point I was losing my common sense. So she was trying to direct me on how to do Apple Pay, and I didn't have Apple Pay really set up, other than having my credit cards on it to pay, you know, for different things in, you know, in regular stores. And she also said you can not Venmo, but it was through ViStar. I can't remember the name of it, but anyway, Zelle. She said you could do Zelle. Well, I couldn't get anything to work, and thank God I didn't, because I told her, I said, you know, I just don't feel comfortable doing this, and I said, you know, I'll just take my chances when you come back on Monday, and when we go see it, if it's there, it's there. If it's not, then it wasn't meant to be. And then the last ditch effort that she used, she said, well, at least put down 1,000 and get one of the vehicles. So that right there signaled to me, this, you know, is something's not right. This is just too sneaky of a deal. And I kept looking at that post, and then I think it was sometime over the weekend or maybe that Monday when I was supposed to go check it out, the post was gone. It vanished. All my texts and everything are still there because I saved these. And these are some of the things that she put about the vehicles. You know, she gave me descriptions and everything when I asked. And my wife says, that is a God miracle. Don't wait, get them. Well, God was actually on my side and told me not to do it. I used my common sense, my God-given wisdom. There's something not right about this, and why should I put down a deposit before seeing anything? And she kept promising to me that she was, you know, I promise you, I'm not lying. You're going to get your deposit back if everything doesn't check out as I described it. And I'm like, well, you know, that just didn't sit well with me. I mean, I really felt like she was lying to me, and I'm like, why should anybody put down a deposit for something that they haven't really seen? It just doesn't make any sense. You know, and I even used my AI to evaluate the deal, and even the AI said when I was evaluating the F-150, it was too good of a deal to be true. But it didn't know what was going on here, but it did say proceed with caution. So even my AI knew something was up. You know, so at first I was just going to do the truck, and then I'm like, no, I'm not doing any of it. And the reason why I wanted to really post this is because I saw it happen again, just yesterday or the day before. And let me tell you why I know this was a scam. And who knows how many of these are going on out there. And I haven't really been keeping up after it because I've been on the Facebook Marketplace, not Facebook. So what's been happening is there's people posting in their local SWIP swap groups. And so they're posting vehicles for sale. They may or may not be on the Facebook Marketplace. And when I saw this post, I knew something was really up. So here's the most recent post that I saw. And I don't know if you can tell anything wrong with this picture, and you probably can't, because if you don't know something that I know, you won't know that it's not real. Well, that person there used to be a friend of mine, and she had since passed away. So she apparently posted 8 minutes ago when this screenshot was taken. This was a 2009 Honda Accord. It has 94,000 miles, 4-cylinder backup camera with clean title. This is a very clean and well-kept vehicle. Oil changed recently, tires just rotated, complete diagnostics by mechanic. Everything works great and runs amazing. Down payment accepted to hold on it. Just need some space. I bought a new car and I'm not saving this in my garage. I charged extra fee for delivery. Well, they're really working it. Really working it. And then, let's see. So this was another one on the same. I don't know if this is the same time or this was a different day. Can't remember, but this one says, my cousin who just lost her husband is relocating to Texas and selling out her old property at cheap price. She got a new property at the new house she just bought. So send me a message if you want any of the property, and if you want to talk to her directly, you can ask me for her number. I saw the items and vehicles face to face before sharing it. She won't be in town till Wednesday because she is a travel nurse. Here again is the out-of-town person. So this is your clue. If you see something like this, don't even go there. But look at all these vehicles. 2014 red Honda Accord, $3,600. Dump trailer, $1,500. Utility trailer, $1,500. Four-wheeler, $4,000. Cherokee Jeep, $4,800. Another F-150 pickup, but this is a 2023 model at $7,200. So they're going for the big money now. And I mean, on and on and on. And the other thing about the first post that I saw too, every time I kept going back to that post, they kept coming up with new items. Like they kept adding. And I'm like, and you know, I asked her, what's the address of this place? And she gave me an address. And when I pulled it up, it was somewhere on the north side or the west. I think it was the northwest side of Jacksonville. And I did a Google Maps and pulled up the house. The house didn't look like looked like a lower end, you know, not a high end newer house. And nothing against those people, but you know, all these vehicles that they have at this place that they have for sale, and you have this house, and then when I did a Google search around the house, like, you know, move the map around, I don't see any of this stuff anywhere. None of it. So they made all this stuff up, all of it. So, and again, here's some of the items that they just posted on this one. You know, they're really trying to hook people in, and it's all about getting you to make a deposit. So, you know, when you're in desperate times, or when you're desperate to get something and maybe you can't afford it and you're trying to find the least expensive way out, don't fall for these things, because these are going to really tug at your inner desire to really get a good deal, get a good quality, whatever they're trying to sell, and they're going to take you. I mean, I damn nearly gave them $2,000 or $2,500 of my money just to hold something that wasn't even real. Now that would have been kind of devastating to me. For one, it would have been like, you stupid idiot, how could you fall for something like that? But you know, people fall for these kind of schemes every day, and apparently they're getting away with it because they're doing it a lot. And I don't know how to report something like this. You would think Facebook would be on top of this stuff, but as soon as I post something on Facebook, and I may even post this video on Facebook too, I don't know what'll happen. This is a serious problem, and who knows how many people got scammed on that first one, and who knows how many people are going to get scammed on this one. And I've got to even let people that know her, you know, what's going on with this, because you know, for one, they're going to say, well, she died last year or the year before, I forget when. But how could she be posting this? So people, I hope this helped. I hope this, hey, if you know anybody that you know that this could help, please share this video. Please share it, even if you don't know who it may help, because I'm sure somebody is going to get scammed that won't find out until it's too late. And in this day and age, when time's a little tougher, when these vehicles are so expensive now, to get a new vehicle or to get even a good used vehicle. Some of these are very, very expensive to get a hold of. And so, when things are tight, you might be tempted to jump on one of these so-called great deals. And it's not going to be so great. It's going to be devastating. They're going to take your money and you're going to be left holding nothing. So I hate to tell you about this. I hate that something like this is going on, but I appreciate you watching, and hopefully you'll watch my other videos about my whole car buying experience. I'm sitting in the vehicle now that I bought, and this is a 2008 Toyota Prius. The AC is ice cold. I'm sitting, in the sun, and so far I'm really loving it. I'm not getting as great a gas mileage as I thought. I'm getting, upwards of close to 40 miles per gallon, but hey, I can't complain about that. And I just had the hybrid battery warranty transferred over to my name, and this was done through Hybrid Battery 911. The warranty person, Kelly, she called me up and told me about everything, and she was very, very helpful. She got everything, got me hooked up, and so now I don't really have any worries for a battery until 28, I think. May of 28. So battery's fairly brand new. They just bought it in May, and they bought the gold standard one, so it's got a 3-year warranty, and it's supposed to be a high quality refurbished battery. So far everything is good. Hopefully things are good with you. And again, I want to thank you for watching, and if you have any questions about this, please put them in the comments below. And if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, please do. I'm going to have more videos like this. I'm going to have other videos about, product reviews, just about, everyday life, about making YouTube videos. Some are going to be about my hair care business. Since I'm a pro beauty rep, that's what the channel was started based on. And now I'm trying to convert it into more of like people my age group, and even people younger, could probably get some benefit out of it. So, please introduce yourself, and let me know if you've had any kind of if you've seen any kind of scams like this, or if there's any other scams that you can let me know about, and if it's something I can do a video on, just let me know and I'll look into it. But all right, I think this video is long enough. I appreciate you watching. Take care and have a great day. Be safe, and don't give your money away needlessly.